tonight, it's live improv from New York City and around the country and around the world. And we have a fabulous cast of improvisers for you tonight. And I want to thank them for joining me right away. I want to thank my friend Irene Carroll. I want to thank Jackie G and Don. Down there, I got Steve. And at the very bottom, we got Barry. He's at the bottom, but he ain't the least. That didn't make any sense. And, we're going to be improvising all night. So we thought we'd start with something just a little bit different. And that is the news. Yes, we've been working all day to work on our news items so that we can present to you the very best in fake news. And now we're going over to our correspondent, Irene Carroll, who's going to tell us about the story that she's working on for the 11 o'clock news about electric candles. Irene.
Thank you, Scotty. This is Irene Carroll, and you'll never guess what happened with electric candles. Oh. They went non-electric. That's right. So non-electric candles is the new thing instead of electric candles running on batteries. And more with news, we have Jackie G with an update about the chimps in the zoo.
Thank you, Irene. This is Jackie G coming to you from the Oak Park Zoo, where the chimps have gone wild. Somehow there's been a group heat and the males are just going crazy, climbing the bars, and tourists who previously were distanced are now rushing to see the clamor of the chimps. More on that at 11. And now we take you to Don for the latest news on the dangers of amaryllis bulbs.
Well, thank you so much, Jackie. It's an amazing story. The amaryllis bulbs are actually getting caught in the dogwoods. They are going to be mating and turning into maple. And more on that at 11. Make sure the kids are already asleep. And on to you, Steve, with an amazing story about how human beings are turning into turtles right there next to the park.
Wow, Steve.
Thank you, Don. My name is Steve Uyeda, and I have an amazing story. We have humans turning into turtles right in front of people, right in front of you, right in front of the cameras. Film at 11. Now on to Barry, who has a interesting story about the earthworm invasion underneath people's houses.
Thank you, Steve. Barry Weisband here, going to be reporting on earthworms. It's amazing. They're building basements in Arizona, something that's never been seen before by these earthworms. Not that the earthworms haven't seen it, they just haven't done it. Now we've got basements. Now over to Irene. Irene, you're going to be reporting, I hear, on vaccines. And after you get your vaccine, the flavors of the lollipops that they're given.
Thank you, Barry, so much. Yes, and what an interesting report. I can't wait to hear about that. But yes, you will never guess. There are more than just candy stripers at the exit points of all vaccine stations. There are also a 3-ring circus, including the chimpanzees that were running amok at the zoo earlier, and so much more. And each one hands you a specific flavor only known to Wonkaville. It's impressive. So get your vaccine today. More on that on the 11 o'clock news. And with another story on armadillos and in unexpected places, Jackie G.
Thank you, Irene. This is Jackie G, reporting from the libraries. They are closed tonight due to armadillos that have been coming in and roaming the stacks. We don't yet know if they're heading for the reference section and what they may be planning to look up when they get there. But they have closed the libraries and we've got live cams in there. More news at 11. And now over to Don for a story about natural remedies to spring allergies.
Oh, thank you so much. And by the way, I will be glued to my set at 11 to hear that story, Jackie. Yes, that's right. We have an amazing story about all the different organic cures. Who knew that just breathing is a cure for not breathing? More at 11. And Steve, an amazing story about technology and the reverse trend.
Thank you, Don. This is Steve Uyeda talking to you about technology and the reverse trend. Everything's reversed. Time is going backwards. But more on that at 10. Barry, now to Barry for a wonderful story on how sloths are slowing us down in the internet, being webmasters.
Thank you, Steve. This is Barry Weisband reporting on sloths slowing us down. We are going to be reporting more on this at 11 o'clock. Now on to Scotty Watson. He'll be reporting more technology, of course, the new Apple product called the iWeenus, something that we'll be able to strap onto our elbows.
Thank you, Barry. Yes, the iWeenus is out there right now. As a matter of fact, I have one plugged into my elbow that goes into my finger, because that's what we're doing when we put our fingers to our ears, is we're using the iWeenus. But more on that at 11. And I want to thank my whole news team. I want to thank Irene and Jackie and Don and Steve and Barry. And most of all, I want to thank you for watching live improv on a Friday night. And there's going to be more, so stick around. We will be right back.